new to the channel, my name's Dino, this is my partner Adam, and our fur baby Twyla. We love travelling in our Ford Transit camper van, travelling in our Jimny and doing tent camping, and occasionally staying at an Airbnb. So if you like free camping, paid camping, camping tips and tricks, camp cooking ideas, and the good old country bakery, you've come to the right channel. So if you like what you see, press the subscribe button and come with us as we travel Australia one town at a time. Now let's get into this episode. Alright, with winter rolling in, I thought we would bring a bit of camping home. I thought I'd come to Bunnings and show you all the fire pits they've got, just in case you can't get away that much this winter because of the rain and things. And if you want to have that comfort of a fire at home in your backyard, definitely grab yourself a fire pit. Now they've got a whole heap of Bunnings at the moment, so let's go in and check them out. Now, who doesn't like a fire pit? And look at the variety they've got here. One of the inspirations behind this episode was me coming into Bunnings and seeing how well they got their display set up of all their fire pits, well priced, and have a display out of everything. So let's go through all of them and let's see. I don't know too much about them, but I'll give as much information as I can and I'll show you in great detail of each one. So if you are wanting one, you can come and you get one. So first up, we've got a rustic steel fire pit. Now this is a nice size, I think, for a backyard. $129. It has that rustic look about it, and you can get others in other colours. Now if you're looking for something a little bit more modern, this is a square fire pit. It's steel and it's $120. It looks like it comes with its own poker. I don't know if that's a common thing with most of these fire pits. And also, I don't know how this would go out in the weather. Then we have the black steel fire pit with stand. Again, nice size. Don't know how it would go out in the weather. $100. And it's a little bit thin. It's probably, I don't know how many mils that would be, but it's pretty thin. But still, I think it still lasts a little while. And same as the first one we looked at, but just in black. Next up, round fire pit, heavy duty in black. This one's quite large and it is a lot heavier than the others. It comes with a little poker stick as well. $120, plus it has a mesh screen. Maybe good if you've got kids or dogs in your backyard. It might be a little bit of protection there. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, this one looks quite durable. Then back to modern. This is a rectangular fire pit. Very modern. It's $125, but if you like the aesthetic of that modern look, I think you'll really like this fire pit. A little bit different. It's even got a plate down the bottom. All right, this next one I show you is probably one of my favorites. I don't even know if it would work that well, but how awesome does this look? Let's have a look at it. The Pebble Fire Pit. I just love the look of this one, but like I said, I don't know if it's really practical. I've got a feeling it might be a little bit smokeless because it does have parts where the air can get in from the bottom and come up through the middle. So it might create a second burn, but don't take my word for that. It's $299, but I just like the look, and it does come with a lid for it. Now, a lot of people do prefer cast iron when it comes to their fire pit, and they do have them. This one is $99. It is quite thick compared to the others, and there's a lot of weight into it, so it's quite heavy. So a lot more heavy duty. It does have a grill down the bottom, so air can get through the bottom to your fire pit, which will create a better fire. Now we have a wired frame fire pit. $180. Again, this is more about the look, I think, than anything else. It does come with its own lid and just looks quite stylish. Not my cup of tea, but I can see people really liking this. And I should let you know, a lot of these are just steel and they're being painted with a protective coat that is obviously heat resistant. Now we've got the low smoke fire pits. Now this is the one that I really want. $149 for the smaller one. Then the bigger one is $249. So there it is there. It comes with a stand, both of them, off the ground, and then it causes a second, maybe even a third burn, so then you don't get as much smoke. They did also have the square one, so if you want a bit more of a modern feel, they were $150, so they've got those there also. If you've got an outdoor party coming up, you could sprinkle some of these around. They're $119. They look pretty cool, and they're quite a shallow base, but then they have the cage around it, well, the steel bar, they say, around it. And yeah, so they have those stacked up like that. They don't come in boxes. With the variety they've got at the moment, they're really taking into consideration, I think, everyone. People with modern yards, people who like a real Aussie bushy kind of one. So yeah, there's so many different types. They've got a really good selection at the moment. Now let's get back to these fire pits. This one has its own little storage down the bottom. It's quite shallow, $245. So it kind of has a bit of a stylish look to it. Now this one, I don't know if you consider this a fire pit, because it's not really a fire pit, but it does have the chimney to take away the smoke. And it's $199, and you can store some wood underneath, which is good. This one's a nice size, and it does actually come with its own lid, as you can see here. So you could fit a pretty big fire in this. Again, it's steel, and it's $199. There is a few details on the box if you want to pause and have a read, but otherwise it's pretty straightforward fire pit. I definitely think this next one's inspired by the good old washing machine, when you take the innards out of the washing machine and you use it for a fire pit. It pretty much looks exactly the same. It does have a lot of holes in it, so you're going to get plenty of air, which is going to make your fire nice and big. And that one's sitting at $159. This one's definitely giving me medieval vibes. It does come with a screen cover to go over top. Plus it looks like you can cook on it, the way they've got it set up, which is really cool. And then I don't know if this fry pan comes with it. It's underneath. It had this there, so I don't know if that's part of it. It has got holes down the bottom and around the sides, which will help you create a big fire. It's got handles on each side. Oh, that's what it's for. You pop it underneath to get all your ash. So there you go. Sorry, guys. I thought it was something to cook with. But anyway, that one is $209. Then we're back to black modern square fire pit. Quite cheap, $79. It feels a little bit cheap, to be honest. And the actual, it's got something on the bottom here that keeps the wood from touching the bottom, so you get the oxygen in there to have a better fire. Now this one's really different. It's a mixture of a few different types. It's giving me a little bit of a modern vibe, but it's got its own little chimney, and then you put the fire inside it. But just a bit of a different touch to a fire pit, I suppose. Then we're going back to rusty. So we've got a couple of rusty looking ones. This one, you can store your firewood underneath it. It's $89, so you can see it there. The good thing about this stand is it raises the fire pit off the ground a little bit higher to keep you warmer. And then you got this one, which is a low line. Plenty of oxygen can get into this one, so your fire will burn a bit better, but it's just a pretty big basket, $120. Then a third rusty one, $49, 55 centimeters, very basic, very simple. The next one's not as flimsy, so this is a rustic iron, $179, pretty basic again, but it's quite large compared to the last one we looked at. Then I'm going to call this one the modern rustic. Yes, this is definitely more for looks than anything, because if you had a fire in it, you would only get the heat really from the front. But it does look pretty cool, and it does have the chimney to take away that smoke. Price $145. Then we have the round steel fire pit. This one has a cover also on it, $89, so a reasonable price. But at this point, they're starting to all look the same. I don't know if you're starting to get that vibe, but they all are. Now we have a outdoor cast iron grey fire pit. This one's quite heavy and quite large. So if you want a really large fire pit, $165. Comes in two parts. This is definitely one for you. Jumbuck low smoking fire pit. This is the one that I really want. Similar to the other ones we saw earlier, $99, so a bit cheaper. And it does come with a stand, low smoke, I really, really want to get one of these. All right, now we're about to check out the one that I really want to get today. It's the smallest one here, but I can't wait to check it out. Now, this is more in my price range, but you might have seen this in one of our episodes not too long ago, my Get Ready for Winter Bunnings episode. If you haven't seen it, go back and check it out. They've got some great camping stuff at Bunnings. But yeah, now I've just got to decide between the grey and the black. $45. It's a low smoking fire pit, but a little baby one. Keeps you warm. You can have it on a table and sit around it at night. All right, now I'm going to take you down and show you what wood they have on offer to burn in your fire pit and how much it costs here. So if you're going to buy one, if you want to pick up wood, or you might want to get it from somewhere else, but I'll just show you what they've got in stock. All right, they've got kindling, $16.98, and that's a 10 kilogram bag. They've got firewood, $21.50, that's a 20 kilo bag. Then they got Australian kindling 5 kilo bag, $14. Then if you're gonna buy what I'm buying and you want to use the pallets, they've even got the pallets here, so I'll show you how much they cost. These are the ones that I'm gonna get. These are $32. American, I'm just picking these. I don't know which ones I'm meant to get, but they look good. 9 kilos, so that'll do quite a few fires. Then you got all the different ones for when you're cooking, or well, they're for cooking as well, to give you that different taste when you're smoking. I think they call it for when you're smoking. They're $30.95. Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode showing you through all those fire pits. Let me know if you end up getting one. I'd love to know which one you got and what you think of it. And love to see what the quality was like also. So anyway guys, if you haven't already, go down the bottom, like and subscribe, tell your friends about us, and remember to tune in this Sunday 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to check out our main episode. We'll be on live chat to answer any questions, and until Sunday, we'll see you then. See you guys.